The good old video game adaptation. They never go wrong, they always stay faithful to the source material, and they never disrespect the fans. How can you forget classics such as Lara Croft Tomb Raider starring Angelina Jolie, or Halo starring... What was that guy's name again? Not my Master Chief. Jokes aside, obviously video game adaptations have a bit of a rocky past. I mean, I don't even want to talk about how they massacred my boy, my man, Master Chief. The best video game movies aren't even based on like actual video games, such as Free Guy and Ready Player One. They're video game movies where they're about a video game, but they're about a fictional video game made up for the sake of that movie. Now, I'm not gonna pretend that Ready Player One is an astounding movie, but Free Guy is actually one of my favorite movies. But usually movies and shows based on video games are not good. That being said, 2023 has actually been pretty generous in terms of giving us quality video game adaptations. The Super Mario Bros. Movie was actually good. I enjoyed it quite a lot. And then Twisted Metal, while some of the worst dialogue writing and some of the worst jokes of anything I've seen all year.
Well, aren't we a tall glass of water? Me? I'm more of a Hawaiian punch.
It was still an entertaining show. The Last of Us Season 1 was actually really good. We'll have to wait and see if Season 2 lives up, but Season 1 was really good as both a show and a video game adaptation. And I think that's where the key distinction is. The Last of Us was a great adaptation. It followed the game it's based on pretty closely, and it stayed true to the source material, unlike a certain monstrosity that we already talked about too much in this video. It's also a great show. It's well written for the TV, it has a solid plot structure, and great writing and great pacing to keep you going from episode to episode. So because of that, I think you can enjoy The Last of Us without actually playing or knowing much about the game The Last of Us. Sure, it was basically just one large escort mission, but that's basically the same thing as The Mandalorian, and that was also a good show, also starring Pedro Pascal. The Super Mario Bros. Movie does this well too. It incorporates a lot of elements from the Mario games and stays true to its source material, not including anything that's too out of place in the Mario universe. But they made the smart choice to write it as a movie. They gave it a movie-esque plot as opposed to like a extended like video game plot, and they skillfully crafted a movie based on a video game. They didn't try to write the movie the same way they would write a game, otherwise Mario wouldn't speak at all, and he definitely wouldn't sound like Chris Pratt. But they didn't ignore the source material either, finding that perfect middle ground to create an entertaining movie but also not offend the fans. Make your video game adaptations designed to be a movie or a show. If that means you have to change the storytelling structure to fit the medium, then so be it. But just stay true to the source material, the rules and all that set in stone by the universe of the source material. That brings me to Fallout. Amazon Studios recently released the teaser trailer for the Fallout show coming next year, 2024. And I'm beyond excited. I love Fallout. I have a lot of time sunk into Fallout games, and it's easily my favorite fictional universe, barely beating out Star Wars. I heard about the Fallout show a while ago, basically as soon as they announced it. And I was excited then, but I hadn't seen any set photos or any information at all about it, and I know the history of video game adaptations. Then some set photos came out, and I was stunned. It actually looked really good. The production design looked amazing. So far, so good. Then they dropped the teaser trailer, and my first impressions? It looks great. Now, I may be biased because I love Fallout so much, and I get to watch the city I live in get nuked. Brief aside, the fact that the show takes place in Los Angeles is really cool to me because that's the city I live in. I know that's not unique at all, probably like half of all the YouTubers you ever watched live in LA, but still. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what LA looks like in the Fallout universe. I mean, look, that's the Santa Monica Pier. That's the Griffith Observatory. The production design, again, but this time based on the trailer, looks fantastic. Walton Goggins' character looks really cool. I'm proud of that one. And saying from the studio that brought you The Boys and free 2-day shipping is hilarious to me, which tells me there's probably going to be comedy in the show. And that's fine by me. There's always been comedic elements in the Fallout games. Usually not right on the surface, like more like undertone stuff usually, but it's there. Now that's all good and dandy. But what about the bad? Is there anything bad to say about the trailer? Yes. The trailer tells us very little about the story. I mean, obviously it shows us that someone leaves the vault and traverses the wasteland like in the games. It shows us that Walton Goggins' character is a ghoul from pre-war, like a lot of ghouls in Fallout. Beyond that, not a lot is shown about the story. That doesn't mean that the story is going to be bad, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna be good either. We have to wait and see. It could have great writing, or it could have just the worst writing ever. Time will tell. Let's think back to what I talked about earlier. You have The Last of Us, which faithfully recreated the game and show format, and you have the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which stayed faithful to the source material, but created a fun movie off that source material. I hope Fallout goes the Super Mario Bros. Movie route. Not like being super family friendly or anything. I mean, it stays faithful to the source material, to the games, but creates a new original story within the Fallout universe that fits in a show format. But let me tell you, if the Fallout show is bad, and I love Fallout, so it has to be super bad for me to hate it. But if it is super bad, we riot. If it's bad, I will do unspeakable things. Like, I don't know, probably just like print out a picture of Todd Howard and throw it in the trash. Speaking of Todd Howard, please get me on that set. If there is a season 2, and hopefully the show is good enough to warrant a season 2, I will do anything to get on that set. Here's my resume. I would love to act in the Fallout show. Even if it's just a really small character, I would love to be able to say I portray a canon character in the Fallout universe. I have acting experience and I've taken acting classes, so give me a chance, please. I know that's a lot to ask, so I will say that I would be happy to just be on set for filming. I have a wide range of experience in various positions on film sets, so I'm sure you can find a use for me. Just get me on that damn set. Even if it's just to observe, I will fight a grizzly bear to be on that set. That is all. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It truly means a lot. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers because, well, that would be cool. Regardless, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the comments of this video and the next. I do read the comments.